Hello, and welcome to another episode of Roll for Smoothie Bowl, where I let statistical probabilities decide my lunch. As always, we are inspired by Adventures in Ardia. This is episode 43, and let's just take a moment to enjoy Jack and Sally's new shirts and raise awareness that it is Native American Awareness Month. These are our dice. They are green and swirly. Let's just take a moment to appreciate them. Got it? Okay, good. Let's go. So here's my frozen watermelon. Mostly I use this to make sorbet when I add lime juice and mint, and it's pretty good. It does have a high water content, so I'm not sure how it'll do a smoothie. These are peaches. They're a standard smoothie ingredient. I'm not worried about them. Next, we're going to roll our liquid assets, and that stuck with the point up, so we're just going to give it a little nudge. That's a 5. Coffee again. So this is the coffee I have. It is from Drag Up. It is Goose's Marshmallow, and it's amazing. I still have a little left over from this morning, so we're going to pour that on. The only thing I'm worried about is that it doesn't really thicken the smoothie, so we're going to make this a little less liquid than we would normally put it, and hopefully it'll just be mostly fruit. Alright, so here we have our protein power, and it's stuck again. That's going to be a theme today, I'm guessing. And that is for matcha. Oh, that's great. So here's the matcha protein powder I have. It has a bitterness of matcha, but it also has sweetness, so hopefully that'll help, because the coffee is also bitter and acidic, so yeah. So time to roll our wild magic, and for some reason this video cuts off a little short, but first of all, it rolled perfectly, and it's a 3. It's pumpkin spice. Okay, now we're going to roll for our added oomph, and that is a 6. Dealer's choice. So I chose Sakura powder. I wasn't going to add more matcha or coffee, and I wasn't going to add anything spicy, so this was what was left. So now we're just going to pop this on the Ninja in 20 seconds. We'll get it nice and smooth, and my dragon turns away in disgust as it turns poop brown. Okay, so I rolled for red kiwi, and then I rolled to roll twice, and I rolled for persimmons and for blackberry somewhere in this mess, but the camera kept turning off, so this is the footage I have. Here it is. So yeah, those are the 3 things we're going to put on there. Persimmons, blackberries, red kiwi. Okay, so here is the red kiwi, and we slice that nice and thin. That usually goes well in smoothies. It doesn't freeze up too hard. Here's a persimmon, which I'm excited to finally use. It kind of looks like cantaloupe, but it kind of smells like an apple a little bit. And some blackberries. So these are all, as far as I know, good things to put on top of a smoothie, so that's good. And we're all nuts here, and we're going to prove it by rolling for it, and that is pumpkin and sunseed. So here are sunflower and pumpkin seed. They're just salty and crunchy mostly. That's all I got. Support Ukraine. Alright, and finally some razzle dazzle that'll hopefully pull this out of the gutter. Oh, nope, that fell behind. You see it? It's an 8. That is Dove chocolate. So I'm just going to grate some Dove chocolate over the top. That'll make it the easiest to eat. I'm a little worried this is dark chocolate, which is mostly all the chocolate I eat, and it is dark and bitter with some. And you may have noticed that I forgot the pumpkin spice, and I'm actually out of it. That's why I didn't put it in. I was going to re-roll and I forgot. So we're just going to add cinnamon and ginger on top, because that's mostly what pumpkin spice is. So the camera was off when I took the first bite. So this isn't my genuine first reaction, but I can tell you it's pretty bad. The chocolate is dark and bitter and acidic. The coffee is bitter and acidic. The matcha is bitter and acidic. And there's some very sweet notes with some of the matcha and the cherry blossom powder, but it doesn't really counteract it, it's jarring. The fruit mellows it, so it's better with the fruit, but the consistency is very icy. There's so much water in the watermelon that it's just like very, very cold baby poop. Like you left a diaper outside. So I didn't like it, so we're going to give it a 1 because I didn't puke, and we're going to call it the rear view mirror because I want to leave it behind me as quickly as possible. Well, a lot of good ingredients got wasted there, but what are you going to do? Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye, love you. Bye.